Welcome back to our special focus tonight on left, right and centre, for which we are joined by Mr. Thomas Isaac. He's the Finance Minister of Kerala. And thank you very much indeed, sir, for joining us live from Kochi. But before I come to you, let me just set out what exactly is the issue here, which has pitted at least some states in the south against the centre, particularly against the way in which funds are being devolved. So why is the south angry? They're angry primarily because the Finance Commission, which distributes money to different states, has now set a new terms of reference for how they intend to do it, or the terms of reference that have been given to them says that they have to use the 2011 census to determine the population part of it, which is one of the weightage parameters in which funds are distributed. Earlier it was the 1971 census, now it's the 2011 census. Now the 2011 census obviously will show a much greater disparity of population between north and south, so that gives undue weightage to the north as per these southern chief ministers and southern governments. They're also upset about the fact that the terms of reference sets in several other parameters to try and determine how the funds are going to be distributed, which includes how these states perform as far as populist central measures are concerned, pushing central schemes, and also will penalize them if they are going to announce populist measures. So central populism in a sense is encouraged, but state level populism is questioned. So all of this has what has led to to where we are. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Isaac, for joining us. Now you of course had that meeting with all the finance ministers from the different states in Trivandrum. Now if you can hear me, and if you are now able to hear me, sir, what I wanted to ask you was that you must have seen Arun Jaitley's response in a sense to that meeting, where he comes out and says many things. So just on the population point first, he says 2011 is the more updated figure. So it's the more updated number as far as India's population is concerned. But to allay that concern, they've built in other parameters into the terms of reference. So states which have done well in controlling their population will actually be rewarded. So it's a kind of balancing act. Bringing in 2011 helps the northern, more populous states, and bringing in these incentives for those who have performed better with population control will help states of the south, including Kerala. Do you buy that?
Oh, no. The problem with that argument is that about 90% of the funds devolved are on the basis of 2011 population, and all these incentive grants would hardly be around 10% of the total devolution. So out of the many incentive programs mentioned, okay, fertility decline gain is only one among them. So that is not going to balance major shift that is going to take place, because the population base has changed from 1971 to 2011.
Right. But when you say, sir, that 90% of the funds will be on the basis of the 2011 population, we don't know that yet, because the breakup or the formula hasn't been decided by the Finance Commission. Also, population as a percentage or as a weightage of all the other parameters of a formula, by previous finance commissions, is about 25%, 25 to 30%. The rest are other parameters, as you well know, like economic distance and so on and so forth. So within that 25%, how much is going to be 2011 population and how much will be for these incentives for performing better, that's not been decided yet.
Very well, that is even more problematic. See, two main criteria for parameters chosen for determining the formula for devolution. One, population. Two, distance from the national income average. So the second one is supposed to be a proxy for backwardness. But by shifting the population base here from 1971 to 2011, this also becomes a proxy for backwardness. We are not going to debate that there must be a element of equity in the distribution of resources.
Right.
More backward states should get additional resources.
Right.
But that alone cannot be the criteria. By shifting the population base to 2011, that also implicitly becomes a reflection of the backwardness.
Right.
And therefore, that would result in more efficient states totally being sidelined. The southern states are likely to lose something like 80,000 crores, and we cannot wait and see what the Finance Commission
80,000 crores?
This is so important to our revenue, to our budget. Yeah, that's right. That's our calculation for the South Indian states.
Okay, can I just, sorry, that's an interesting point, because we've all been trying to sit and put our heads together to figure out how much you claim you'll be losing under the 15th Finance Commission. You're saying the total amount is 80,000 crores. Is there a breakup of that, of how much each state is going to lose?
Yes, Kerala would be, I think Tamil Nadu would be the biggest loser. Kerala would come second. Kerala, we have estimated something like anything between 16 to 20,000 crores rupees.
Okay.
Andhra would be closely behind us.
Okay.
And that's the order. And total, that's there. It's a public domain. Bhaskar's article in Economic and Political Weekly has made these calculations. I think they are fairly
okay. So once again, so just to understand,
assessment.
so Tamil Nadu, you're saying is going to be the biggest loser. Is there a number for Tamil Nadu which they put out?
Yeah, it will be much higher than Kerala. I don't. It's a rumor, but it is much higher than 20,000 crores rupees.
It will be more than 20,000 crores. And Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka.
Yes, yes.
Would you have any idea what the
Andhra Pradesh
numbers?
Would be below Kerala, something 15 to 16,000. 15 to 16,000 crores rupees.
Karnataka, Telangana, any numbers?
So my assessment is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka would be slightly lower than that.
Okay. And Telangana?
Telangana is fairly, well, their weighted doesn't change very much.